Hello everyone, I am a volunteer at ENY Impacts. Today I'll show you a collection of items that we find around the lake, usually littered around the lake, and I'll show you each item and the time it takes to, I'll also tell you about the time it takes to decompose each of them. So the first one you see here is the cigarette butts, which are commonly found in and around the lake. The time it takes is usually a minimum of 12 years for these cigarette butts to decompose. Next we have styrofoam. So it takes a minimum of 500 years to a million years for styrofoam to decompose, which we commonly use as use and throw. And then we have multi-layered plastics. Plastic basically used for ready-made foods. So as you can see, it's made of multiple layers of plastic, which is why it's called multi-layered plastic, MLP. Yes.
Which is made of aluminum.
You can see the inner layer here. Similarly, some other products, usually food products. And then we have these plastic spoons,
Single-use plastic.
which are single-use plastic. These are recyclable, but then to decompose it will take easily 500 years.
Yeah, and the multi-layered plastics are
Yes, multi-layered plastics take more than 500 years again.
and also multi-layered plastics are it's non-recyclable. So it is very hard to separate these multiple layers of plastics.
And then we have these happy birthday that you put on a cake. So I request people to be a little more responsible when you're celebrating birthdays, especially near the lake. So especially the plastic spoons you use or the knives you use, you need to, if you can't stop using them, you need to at least dispose them properly instead of throwing them around the area. Single-use plastic cup caps, lids, and again food packages in plastic. Again, if you see here, this is a cone. This is the ice cream cone cover. It's inside. If you see, it's made up of paper, but outside there's layers of plastic. And these are again a common thing we find around the lake. The shiny plastic things that they put inside. These are very hard to decompose, and these are colorful and they attract birds, the wildlife, the birds or the insects around. They might consume them, and which is very harmful to their health and often leads to death of these birds and little animals. And they are also hard to pick, and they are also very hard to pick and dispose. Then we have the paper cups, which are not entirely purely made of paper. Obviously, they have a little layer of plastic here, so in order to hold the whatever we put in. And then we have aluminium foil. Aluminium foil cannot be decomposed, so the only thing you can do is recycle it. So it's better we avoid using aluminium again and again. Then another regular thing we find are these chewing gums or the candy covers. And then you have a transparent plastic bag here. And then balloons. So balloons usually take 6 months to 4 years to decompose, but then it only decomposes when you decompose it properly. So if you leave it alone here, it doesn't decompose. And again, there are animals and wildlife here around the lake which get attracted to colorful things and they consume them. And then you have fabric which is left here. And then next thing you see is surgical masks, which you find it anywhere, not just near the lake. You can find them anywhere, and take 450 years, a minimum of 450 years to decompose. And then again you have the covers of ice cream or food, which are made from paper as well as layers of plastic. It's hard to decompose. And then you have the matchstick box here, and then we have these
Disposable
plates.
The upper layer is made of plastics, and the bottom layer, which you see, is it's a recycled paper. So generally what happens is this will decompose in, let's say, about 1 month to 2 months hardly if it rains, and then the upper layer is left that way itself for next 500 years.
And then again, another common few things we find are these biscuit packets or cosmetic packets.
True.
And then one more common thing is that the water bottles you find.
Yeah.
Water bottles and water bottle caps.
True.
And then you have cigarettes. Again, we've talked about cigarettes and cigarette butts. Even the cover, it takes a long time to decompose because it's made of, again, plastic as well as paper. And then these are cloth masks. Cloth masks usually don't take a lot of time to decompose compared to surgical ones.
It's
But
not only about the decomposing, but the thing is we are coming and discarding these kind of items at the lake, so which is really bad. And
then last here we have paper pamphlets that are thrown here and there, which litter the place. They make it very dirty and also encourage other people to litter also.